Now we will do improvement on the currency converter by adding multiple currencies. We will use a drop-down list box, and of course to create it using HTML we have to use the select tag. Then after that we will initialize the drop-down list by using the page load event handler in C#. So let us see how can we do that. I will click on the of course the ASPX page. Then here I will not use euros, I will remove it, and I will add a space here by using and non-breaking space, of course, because now the application will convert to multiple currencies, not only euro. Now after that we will insert select, as we said, which is drop down list box. Select, we will give ID, we will call it currency, and run at the server. So now we have okay, so now if I save my work, then I run the application. As you can find here, the drop down list is already there, but it still is empty. We have to add items into the drop down list. We are going to do that by using the C# code. So I will back to the C# file, and I use the page load method to add items into the drop down list. How to add items? We will use if statement, if this dot is postback is equal false. Now this method is postback gets a value that indicate whether the page is being rendered for the first time or is being loaded in response to a post back. The meaning of that, we have to make sure that the items that we will add into the drop box, it will not repeat it on the drop down list. It will be displayed only once on the drop down list. Because of that, we want this code inside the if statement to be run only one time. Now to add items, we will use the drop down list name, which is currency dot items. Oops. Dot items dot add, and we will create or use the class new list item. This one will give me the option to add the name of the currency and the rate value of the currency. So a new list item, the name of the currency is euro, and the value of the rate is 0.74, that I can use it later to do the conversion. So this is for the first item. I can copy that. For the second item, we will use Japanese yen, and the value, and of course this rate could be updated, 102.4. And the last item we will add is the Canadian dollar, and the rate is 1.09. Now let us check our work. So as we can find here, now we have 3 items, but till now is not working. For example, if I select Japanese yen, then I enter 100, still is giving to me the euro result, because we have to do update on the C# code. Now I close that, then I will back to the C# code. So I will do update on the convert server click code. Now here, of course, inside the if statement, we will use the class list item. Then we will create an object, it's called item, equal the currency dot items for the selected item, or for the selected currency, which is currency dot selected index. Now this item, this line will of course retrieve the selected item, we could say, from the drop down list and save it in the item object. Then after that we have of course to get the value, because the item now it has text and value. So here we will change that not to euro amount, because now it's, as we say, the application will convert to multiple currencies, so we will make it a new amount is equal US amount multiplied by, again we will convert the value to double, parse the value for the item dot value, not US, because we will get the value or the rate from the drop down list. So if you selected euro, then the US amount will be multiplied by 0.74. If you selected Japanese from the drop down list, then the US amount will be multiplied by 102.4. If you selected Canadian dollar from the drop down list, the US amount it will be multiplied by 1.09. Now regarding here the result, of course we have to change this variable to a new amount as we change it here. Now it's not only as we said convert to euro, so we will use the text of the currency that has been selected from the drop down list. So we will use a plus item dot text. So if we selected Japanese, here will display the Japanese yen. If we selected euro, it will display euro. If we selected Canadian dollar, it will display Canadian dollar. Now let us save that, then we will run the application. As you can find here now, for example, I want to change to Japanese. I have $50, then I click convert. So 50 US dollars is equal 5,120 Japanese yen. If I selected Canadian dollar, so it will of course update the result, and the same thing for the euro. So it's great. Now if I check that, as we said, if I enter characters, they will give me invalid value. Now one more update we will do on the, or improvement we will do on the currency converter is by adding this one we did already, adding linked image. But we want to display the image on the web application, as we can find here in this result. Now what I'm going to do, I have the images. I have 3 images. I will copy the image and I will save it inside the folder. Okay, just wait. Okay, so here the documents, then I will go to the Visual Studio 2010 and websites. So my application is here, currency converter. Then I will paste the image here. We have picture 0, picture 1, picture 2, and the type is PNG file. So let us see how can we do that. We need to add, as we can find here on the slide, we need to add a button. We will call show graph, and we will have to add an image. So I will back to the ASP.NET page. After the button, the submit button, which is convert, I will add one more button, input, the tag input, the type is submit. The ID we will call it equal show graph. And the value is equal show graph. Of course it will run at the server. As I said, please make sure that you add a space between the attributes inside the tag. Now we will create a method that will be invoked when we click on the show graph button. We will call it show graph underscore server click. Now after this button we will add new lines br tag, so 2 br tags, and we will add image, which is empty at the beginning. So image tag we will use, and id of the we have source is equal blank, and we have id, we will call it the graph. In addition to that, we have to use the alternative text. We will call it the currency graph and run at the server. Done. So this is regarding the design. So we will back to the C# code. Now the first thing, I want to hide the image, will not be displayed when I run the application. So here inside the if statement and the page load handler, we will use the name of the image is a graph dot visible. This is the property. We will make it false. So if false, that means the graph, it will be hidden and it will be displayed to the user when you click on the show graph button. Now I will create method. So I have to put the method before the end of the class. This is the end of the class. So I will create this method, which is show a graph underscore server a click. Okay, so of course the brackets here. Now what I'm going to do, I will say graph, this is the name of the image tag, the ID I mean, dot source, which is the source of the image, equal, then the source of the image, because as we can find here, the name of the image, here we have picture 0, picture 1, and picture 2. So I will use picture, pic, plus the index of the selected currency by using currency dot selected index. So in case if you selected euro, that means the selected index is 0. If you selected Japanese yen, the selected index is 1. If you selected Canadian, then the selected index is 2. So it will be, if you selected euro, it will be pic 0. Then we will add the format of the image plus dot png. So now I got the name of the image, here dot, and I will make the graph visible. So graph dot visible is equal true. So let us check that it's working or not. So look, here we have a graph, and anyway, so you can still convert. Now I selected euro here, so if I click on the show graph, it will give me show graph. Now we have a problem with the div, of course, size, so I can resize it to of course include the image and the result. So let us close this one. Then we back to the design, click inside the design and select the div. Then I will make it bigger, make it more. Okay, I'll save that. Now let us check again. So now here we have 50. In case of euro, I can convert that to euro. Then I can display the graph as you can find it. Now what about if I select Canadian dollar? Convert will give me Canadian dollar, but when I click on the show graph, will display different image, because here the index, it will be 2. So it will display the picture, which is pic2.png. So now the application is working perfectly and converting to multiple currencies. The last thing we will do to improve this application is by setting the style. Very simple. Just we want, in case if error message that will be displayed, it will be displayed in the red color, So we want to style the result paragraph with the color red, and in case if there is no error and the conversion is succeeded, so the text color it will be a black, as we can find here in this code. So we are going to change the if statement a little bit. So I will open the C# code. Now here is not only success, there is another condition, as we can find. We have to check if success false. Okay, so here we will say if success is equal false, or the okay, sorry, new amount, but the old amount need to be here. We need to get it. Oh, okay, it's already there. So here US amount, we have it, not okay, so here US amount is less than or equal 0. So if the user entered a value less than or negative value, this one will not be accepted. Only the positive numbers will be accepted by the application. So here, this is the if statement. In case if the success of course the conversion is failed, or the US amount is less than 0. So what we are going to do, I will okay, we have to change that. The first thing we need to style, as you can find here, result dot style. Then we will use the property color, and we will use the color which is here red, to display the error message in red color. And the message that we will display, invalid value. Let us take this one. But here they change it to specify a positive number. Use invalid value. Use, well, let us change this one, positive numbers only. Now else, I will remove this one. We will change the style, so we will say result dot style. Again, the color of the text, we will make it black. This is just improvement into the web application. So let us save our work. Now, in case if everything is fine, convert as we said, the result will be displayed in black color. Now if I entered characters N, then the result, the error message will be displayed in red color. For example, if I entered minus value, negative value, so again will give me the same error. So the application will not accept to enter characters or negative numbers, only the positive number, as we can find here. So I can convert it to Japanese and show the graph. This is everything for this lab that will show you how to develop a web application, a simple web application which is a currency converter with the, of course, C# code, as we can find here. So I wish you all the best, and hopefully I will try to record the next lab that is talking about, of course, web controls, how to develop web application not using HTML code. We will use the, of course, the web controls, or the web controls are on the toolbox to design a greeting card maker. Thank you so much, and all the best.